What is up, guys? It's me, Dustin Minister, back with another video for you guys, and this video is going to be an announcement video for you guys to know what's going to happen with the content coming into Definitive Edition, being out for a couple of days now, pretty much a week now by the time that this recording is dropping. So I would talk to you guys a little bit about what's going to happen on this channel. And normally, if you guys are knowing my channel a little bit, you know that you can actually get into my YouTube channel and click on community tab, the community, and then you can see some of my posts in there where I actually give you an update on what's going on with my channel, what's going on, why is this video not out, and all of that jazz. I'm pretty active in there, I would actually say. So if you guys want to get in touch, or at least like know what's going on my channel, you can look in there for some more information. But on this one, I want to talk with you guys a little bit. That's why I brought the camera out here to actually talk with you guys. First of all, I'll say thank you for 2,000 subscribers. You guys are freaking insane. It's actually ridiculous to think. I used to think that, yeah, I'm just going to drop a video and then I just want to get it out there. And then if I get like more than 100 views on that one, it's going to be insane. And then instead what happened was I was pushing some subscribers, and I definitely got more than 1,000 views suddenly on my first video. Started doing a tier list. That one got a lot of views. And then I started doing a lot of casting for some of the tournaments, and suddenly I am here with 2,000 subscribers, which is in freaking insane. Thank you guys so much. You're the best. Truly, you're the best. Also, let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff that I'm about to do on this channel. So, a lot of you guys know that the World Championship is coming out, and we are actually already going to do some branding. We're starting to do some announcements. Jagus will help me on that one as well. My good guy, Jagus. I love him. He is one of the best homies that I got in this community. And he's helping me out, even though he's not doing content himself. But last time we did a, what's it called? We did an announcement video, and we also did a fundraising stream, and you guys absolutely killed it. And especially shout out to Bob the Builder, who absolutely killed the F out of that donation button. And he was just putting in donation after donation. Shout out to Bob the Builder. I think, no joke, 40% of the whole prize pool, not the whole prize pool, but the donations, 40% of it was literally him alone. And we might do it a little bit different, because at this point, well, we'll do that as well, I think. But we also will start talking a little bit about how we can find some new fundraising and money for this. And I have actually thought about this, and I'm not a fan of doing this normally, but to be honest, I think I'll do an exception. So I had a couple of guys actually getting in there and donating money for me personally on PayPal, which I am super honored that people would do that. But throughout my casting career, I think I've actually counted this. I looked through all my messages and stuff. I've had 8 people hit me up and say, hey, could you cast this game, or would you please cast more of these kind of games or stuff like that? I'll pay you for it. And I'm just like, really? And I've thought about it many times, but I actually think, to me personally, I don't like having a boss. I know some people, when they do a submission, they are not a boss necessarily, right? But they still kind of are, because they tell me what to do and then they'll pay me for it. Now, the passion for me with doing this kind of stuff here is that I really like being able to do what I like to do, casting what I think is interesting. Today, I woke up and I thought, hey, let's cast a Tau versus Dark Eldar matchup. You know, that I woke up today and thought that would be a good idea. Hey, I really want to watch some Errant Beast. Yeah, let's do that, right? But so when people come in here, and I've always had like a weird relationship with people hitting me up personally and putting in money in my pocket. I don't know why. I actually don't know why I feel like that, because it's money, right? However, let's actually talk a little bit about it, because I'm going to do an exception. Because as I've already stated, and we'll get into that, as I've already stated, we're going to have the World Championship, and we need to raise money for that one. So, with Definitive Edition coming out, I've already had some people in there who's actually hitting me up and saying, "Yo, could you cast more IG games?" And I'm gonna do that. Shout out to RB Suglami, I think he's called. Shout out to that guy. He was actually hitting me up and said, "Yo, I'm gonna pay you some money if you cast more IG games." So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna accept money. You can go down in the description and you can hit me up and say, "Yo, I want to pay this." So you get into my Discord channel. It's also down in the description. It's called Soulstorm Proving Grounds. There you can find my name. You can find Dusty Minister, and you can message me, DM me, and say, "Yo, hi, I want you to cast this specific game, or I want you to cast more Aaron Beast games. I want you to cast more Master Yopa. Could you please get some more SM games in there? Or I really hate this specific matchup. Could you cast blah, blah, blah? Like, I hate IG versus Eldar. Could you please cast more of those games?" Sure. I would never do that normally, but I'll actually make the exception. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put up my PayPal, and you can send in money there and hit me up on Discord. Please start hitting me up on Discord before you put in money. Except if you just want to donate, that's fine. And you hit me up and you put out a request. I will even do, if viewers have a game that they want me to cast, I can do that as well. Here's the price. I want $15 per game. That is my price. Why? Because I am a very, very busy person at this point. And I am working a lot and potentially working overtime sometimes. And it's because I have certain things that I want to do. And I don't want to get into my private life. I am just super, super busy. Just do understand that. So I'm putting a price on, if you want me to cast a game, just know that I want $15 for that. Here's the conditions. 1, I only cast 1v1s. I might cast team games later on. Don't worry about it. But I don't feel comfortable in casting team games yet. And I do believe that I am mostly of a 1v1 cast at this point. So viewer submissions, please let them be 1v1s. If you are just a regular person who want me to cast a game, I can do that for sure. And as long as we put in the $15 minimum. And here's the thing. If you want me to cast 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 games, $15. Okay? I might, if there is a crap ton of requests, like, and I don't expect this. But if there's for some godforsaken reason there's a lot of requests, I might up the price. So look into my community tab if I'm upping the price, because in this specific case, because of, if demand is high, I have to, supply and demand, right? So, but other than that, I think $15 is fair. I don't expect any request. I'll just say it right now. I don't expect anything. But if you want, I completely respect that you want $15 or you pay me $15 for that. But it will have to be in PayPal, and it needs to be $15, not 14.9 or something like that. Couple disclaimers. And this is just because if you pay, just know that here's a couple of conditions. Okay? 1, I do not refund. So if you're not happy with how I casted the game or anything, I'm sorry, I'm not refunding. Just being real, okay? If you did not request anything specifically, for example, I just want more IG games, and I'm casting a game, and you're not satisfied with the game or the cast, not refunding, okay? if you send in, because there are some people, I've actually experienced this, that people can donate certain money, but then they do it in like a different currency, and then they send me what's lower than what was supposed to be sent it. Then yeah, I'm waiting for the money. Otherwise, I'm not casting. And I'm not refunding, as I've already said. And this is just me being real, because I will never ever normally do this. It's just specifically for the World Championship. So that's why I'm doing the exception. And one last thing, just please do not send in some super, super messy, not messy, but super cringe game. So what I'm trying to say is, if it's just like you who just want to show the world that you can stop someone who has never played the game and you can obliterate that guy, I'm not putting that game out. Now, if it's a bad game, like if it's low level, I'm good. But if I am like, I'm sitting here being like, this game doesn't make sense for me to put out, I might do. It is very rare, but I might do the super rare exception where I'm like, I am not putting this game out. I am sorry, I am not putting this game out. And again, that is the only moment where we can start talking about a refund. That's the only moment. But I might not do that. So viewer submissions, if you have any of those, $15, and I will just tell you those $15 will get straight to the prize pool, because I cannot raise $2,000, which is, well, it was $1,250. So as long as we beat that record, which takes a lot of effort, I don't think Jagex is actually going to put anything significantly in the prize pool, if anything. So we need a lot of money for this one. And so that's why I'm doing this. So yeah, if you guys want me to cast, there you go. What about the World Championship? The World Championship will be, I'm gonna look this up just to make sure. The World Championship will most likely, there might be an exception, there might be a random thing that makes it so it's not going to be there. So don't burn me on a stake if this is not happening, but it's probably happening in November. It's going to be the 14th, 15th, and 16th November. And it's most likely Saturday and Sunday and not Friday. That is going to be a 2-day tournament. It's going to be a 2-day tournament. Unless we don't have the biggest prize pool, then it might be 1 day, and then we'll change the format a little bit. How the format and the rules will be, not decided yet. So that's when the World Championship is going to happen, and we are so excited. Me and Jagex are just so hyped about that, and we are hitting up a lot of pro players for some feedback and some interesting kind of shenanigans in how we can use the race ban system and all of that. So stay tuned for that. World Championship will be fire. What about Definitive Edition? Will it be in the Definitive Edition? The answer is 95% correct. It will be in the Definitive Edition. Unless every single pro player, or like 85% of them, are like, we are not playing on Definitive Edition, period. Unless that's the case, then it's going to be in the Definitive Edition. So that's the only exception where that makes it so it's not going to be in Definitive Edition. Okay, now let's talk about my content. For my content, around September, I'll start doing Definitive Edition casts. I want to go through a lot of tournaments, and they have to be in Soulstorm. So I can't use Definitive Edition for all tournaments, because there are some certain code that has been different, specifically pathing and all of that. So that's why you can't use old recordings for Definitive Edition. You simply can't. So therefore, the tournaments will be in the old Soulstorm content. And yes, for some of you new viewers who's like, I only want to see Definitive Edition, This is history, guys. This is peak Dawn of War, and it's basically the same game, just optimized. Okay, so you should not discourage. You should not be discouraged in any way, shape, or form to watch all tournaments. In my opinion, some of the best casts ever is tournament casts. So I would recommend you guys to watch the tournament videos for sure. But other than that, single games, I have some few pre-recorded ones that'll be out there. It'll be in September that I'll start doing some definitive edition content. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. So I will probably also do some other content that is not casting, but I'm not sure because I'm very, very, very busy and I want to cast a shitload of tournaments before the World Championship because there's some fire ones out there. So I am going to be a very busy man, and if I get requests as well, viewer submissions, then yeah, you know what it is. Then I'm going to be a very busy man. But I do believe that I still have time, even if that was the case, to actually get some other content like guides, build order guides and stuff like that. But I'm not going to guarantee you it because life happens. Whatever, guys, you guys are the best. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers. If I don't get a viewer submission, I'm not gonna be mad about that whatsoever, because I know paying money is like just you paying stuff for anything is insane. I've already had some few people donating to me already. That will go straight to the World Championship. So any payment, if you want a viewer submission, and any payment will go straight to the prize pool of the World Championship. We already, by the way, we already have more than $100 just right now without me making this video already put out in the prize pool already. Okay, so we are already getting in there, guys. Without further ado, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers. Amazing support. You're the fucking best. I love you. Peace.